All right. How we doing, everybody? How we doing, everybody? Everybody ready for this halving? Everybody have crypto in their wallets? Well, I know my guy PIP'N does. I know Jay Millie does. Oh, I know my guy Bob does.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some more though.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the play. I'm trying to get the play.
Indeed.
What's the play that's gonna make me a millionaire, multi-millionaire in 2025?
There's a couple of plays out there. There are a couple of plays out there. All right, PIP'N, just let me know when you're ready. I think he might be preoccupied.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
What you say, sir?
I just said, let me know when you're ready for me to start.
Whenever you're ready, it's on you. I blast the chat. Whoever shows up, shows up. We recording it. Let's get it.
Okay, cool.
Where's Cookie at? Until Cookie get him.
All right, I'm turning this down. All right, so first and foremost, I see all familiar faces here. So I know everybody has exposure to Bitcoin. Right now, what we're going to touch on is the halving. Why is it significant? What are the attributes that's going on that's affecting the price of Bitcoin? Should we be worried? Should we be ecstatic? Should we load up, etc.? Well, first and foremost, for those that are already in the live chats with the live trading that goes on in there, on my screen, I've got the Bitcoin chart here on a 12-hour. As you see, based on the harmonic pattern, we are in a buy currently. So we can make some money during this halving. Now, if you're not familiar with the halving, basically the halving is the distribution and rewards of Bitcoin to the miners that are participating on the blockchain. Every 4 years, there's another halving. And what does that mean? That means the reduced rewards happen every 4 years. So if it was 50 Bitcoin awarded to a miner that basically put together a block of data that occurred on the blockchain of Bitcoin, they were rewarded 50 Bitcoin. The next halving comes along, they're rewarded 25 Bitcoin. The next halving comes along, they're rewarded, 10 Bitcoin, etc. Right. So what does that mean? That actually controls inflation, right? Controlled inflation and increases scarcity of Bitcoin. So in the history of the Bitcoin halving prices, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pull up a chart here. Wait 1 second. Show you the effect it has on the charts.
Quick question. So you mean if I'm mining Bitcoin during this time of the year, I get basically like a dividend or a payout because
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct. All right. Everybody can see my my chart here, Bitcoin price and market cap.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So the first halving was November 28th, 2012. That resulted in an 8,858% increase in the value of Bitcoin. The second halving increased 294%. Third, 540%. And now we're currently going to the fourth. And we actually, this chart's a little older, but we actually went up about 800% since the previous halving. So now we're about to have our fourth halving. So the price of Bitcoin will increase, will go this 2x to 10x rate anytime after the halving, anywhere between 6 to 12 months on average. Okay. So that doesn't mean that you cannot make any gains immediately after the halving. Now, as far as the price of Bitcoin, where I think it can pull back to potentially due to outside forces, and I'll give you a couple of those variables. I believe that we could probably come down to 50K. Worst case scenario, low case scenario, I should say. I shouldn't say worst case scenario because Bitcoin maximalists love when Bitcoin goes down so they can acquire more. As we've seen the inflow of Bitcoin and crypto wallets, we have over 7 billion that has come in recently. So that just shows that people are actually buying into crypto, buying in and storing money on their wallets. Now, as far as the fluctuation of Bitcoin's price, what we haven't seen before these previous halvings is the ETFs, all right? And that's on the stock market. That's where your major hedge funds, big investors that have hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars can invest into any given asset on the market. We've never had an ETF before during these halvings. So that means a couple of things, okay? One thing you have to do is pay attention to the outflow. And the outflow is just basically if ETFs, people in ETFs are actually selling. Right now, that number is at like 4 million. So that's minor bleeding in a sense compared to the accumulation of Bitcoin. As I explained before, we had 7 billion flow into the market recently. So 4 million is like a drop in the bucket. Okay. So what that means is when you have big investors in the stock market, what they tend to do is that they try to time the market. Okay. They try to time the market. So that's why you might not see a huge level of volatility that we've seen before in Bitcoin, where we've seen stuff, Bitcoin goes up to 19,000 and all of a sudden just drops down to 3K. We're less likely to see volatile movements like that, just like this current cycle that we're in, where we might have a 3K pullback, 2K pullback. People that are new to crypto, new to Bitcoin, to them, that's crazy volatility. But if you've been a part of the previous halvings where we've seen Bitcoin drop, 9,000, 15,000, that's light work. Okay. So now with all these major players in the game, you're going to see more inflow than outflow currently with ETFs, because what happens is when Bitcoin's price is going up during the week, the only time it really starts to retrace is over the weekend, because people that are invested into these ETFs cannot sell over the weekend because the banks are closed, right? And there's no way for them to upload their money from their bank or wire it to their bank and buy Bitcoin over the weekend, right? So that's why you might see a minor pullback. So we might see a minor pullback since the halving is going to be tomorrow, right? And we might see a minor pullback because it'll go into the weekend. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have a crazy pullback. We may not pull back at all. We might just skyrocket just from the news of the halving occurring, okay? Nobody can really predict the future, but we can just go on, past cycles, past behaviors, etc. And as I stated before, with the past cycles of past behaviors, we've always gone up a significant amount, anywhere from 2x to potentially this cycle with the ETFs. We could probably see a 10x in the price of Bitcoin for an all-time new high for Bitcoin. Now, what does that mean for the other coins? That means we're going to see altcoin season like we've never seen before. And if you looked at any altcoins, and Bitcoin's already broken an all-time high before this happening. So I'm gonna pull up a altcoin just to show you how far off we're off from all-time highs and other altcoins. It's to show you how much room we have to run to the upside, which is kind of scary in a good way. Let's see. Okay, you can see the Dogecoin chart.
Yeah.
Okay, holla if you hear me. All right, cool. All right. So you can see Dogecoin, right? Got all like 48 cents, right? This is all-time high. Okay. This is when Bitcoin hit all-time high. Bitcoin went up to 60-something K and started coming down. So did Dogecoin. we are currently here. Bitcoin has already broken an all-time high, and this just has Dogecoin retraced half that move of that 48 cents, and we're right here sitting at 22 cents. Okay, so when we make another run, right, we're likely. Let me see here. Yeah, we're likely to see, you know, a massive move to break that. This is Dogecoin here. And as you can see, we've grabbed some liquidity here from this order block already. And this goes to show for basically all the altcoins except for XRP. If we want to look at XRP is just looking like complete waste of time.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't leave this in XRP. Come on, bro.
Hey, listen, XRP gotta see these hands. So, and as you can see how, look, XRP, it done broke below this order block here and it's struggling to get back in here. That's how bad this thing looks. Yeah, look at XRP, man. Look at this.
It looks like a great time to buy.
Look at this.
Double bottom.
Listen.
They have some good toolage behind it, right? Or no?
Who? XRP?
Yeah.
Explain.
I'm asking.
Okay, right. So those, all right, let me go through my XRP spill. So for those that are, when I first got into crypto, my first thing was Bitcoin and XRP. I was on those bandwagons, okay? However, with XRP, there's a difference here. Once I read the white paper, there's XRP and then there's Ripple, okay? Ripple is traded on the stock market, okay? XRP is the coin that they have regular folks buying into. All right. Let's see. Will it pull up? Technologies. I thought that was it. This might not be it. That's not it. Anyway, I can't remember let me try to pull it up. Anyway, Ripple Technologies is on the stock market. And XRP is the coin. Now, Ripple Technology news does not have an effect on the price of XRP. So Ripple can be used as basically a Swift technology. It can be used by banks, whatever, right? That's fine. But XRP's price is not going to be influenced because Ripple Technology is working with these banks, because the banks are not purchasing XRP to move their money. They're not exchanging USD currency for XRP. Now, I want my XRP army to take the blinders off, okay? And if you see accumulation by banks of a certain crypto, then that is the crypto that's going to lead the way. And what crypto is that? Anybody can take a wild guess?
You see?
BTC, correct. As you see the BTC, the ETFs, as you see these banks having Square Cash, PayPal, Venmo, all these different applications that are used by banks, and they are now accepting Bitcoin and having it as a funnel for Bitcoin. I know when Bitcoin was 17,000, Citigroup behind closed doors purchased 400 million worth of Bitcoin. And so I want my XRP army to just take the blinders off for 30 seconds and see that the accumulation of crypto is happening with Bitcoin, with banks and Bitcoin. the double B's. Okay, it's not BX. It's not XB. All right. They are not accumulating XRP. So please, if you got any family members, you got friends that are suffering from this illness called XRP, please reach out to them and tell them to buy some Bitcoin. Right?
You're ignorant, child. Not illness.
Yes, it's an illness.
I like XRP, man. I still own some. I actually recently just purchased some, but I'm not mad at XRP. I'm looking forward to come back and touch that high again and cash out. You don't think so?
Yeah. So I showed you Doge has moved halfway back up, right? Halfway towards the all-time high of Dogecoin, right? Right. So people are still making money with XRP. Let me see, 2003. Let's see. Dun, dun. XRP. We are trading at prices from 2017.
And that's even with the SEC
Correct.
losing. So like if the SEC lost and XRP had value, why didn't it stay up?
Exactly. Because it has no value. It's just a coin that the founders created so they can dump it on people that thought they were clever and they're actually not. But yeah.
They keep saying XRP is a part of that ISO, what is it, 122 or something like that?
I don't know. I have to look that up. But anyway, just know XRP is not being utilized by anything, by any major corporation, by any bank. If you go to First Citizens, you go to Wells Fargo, you go to Bank of New York, if you go anywhere, no one's using XRP. So for all the claims, they've been saying it since 2017. XRP is going to be used by the banks or whatever. You've been saying that for 6 years, bro. You've been saying that for 6 years.
Can you admit you're a little bit biased when it comes to XRP, and can you explain why you actually feel this way?
Yeah, I spent the last 3 minutes explaining why, and this is if I just said that the price of XRP is trading at the same price it was 6 years ago, that should tell you something about its valuation.
So what altcoin?
If Bitcoin was at this, let's see what Bitcoin price would be if it was trading at the same price it was 6 years ago.
Under 3K?
2017? 2007. Yeah, it'd be at 2K. So if Bitcoin was trading at 2K right now, Eden, if Bitcoin was trading at 2K right now, would you be buying Bitcoin?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, without its previous price history.
Oh, okay. Potentially not.
Right. Because XRP has done nothing like Bitcoin has done as far as price action. But if Bitcoin was still trading at $2,000, which was six years ago, okay, the same prices, no, nobody would be touching Bitcoin. That's crazy. If you would have bought in 2017 and the price was still 2K, you would have made no money. It's 2024. You'd made no money.
Did you?
You'd be broke. You'd be at even.
All right,
everybody that bought XRP in 2017 is at even.
What altcoin are you purchasing at the moment?
All right, so there's several out here, and those that are not in a Bitcoin buy, please get into a Bitcoin buy. I sent the parameters out there. Let's see. All right. So anyway, let me go back to the price expectations for Bitcoin. I've got on this cycle that we're in right now for this year, I think the high will be right around here. So I'm expecting another 50% push to the upside for Bitcoin. Eventually, in 12 months, I expect Bitcoin to do another like a 250% gain, just like the previous cycles. I think it'll go up another 250%. They'll put us at like $250,000 per Bitcoin. That could be potentially 2025-ish. Okay. But for right now, I'm thinking 108K, 111K is where we top out before we take a huge retrace, probably back down to 50K, like probably like a 50% retrace from there. And then also I wanted to touch on the war and the things that are going on with the war. I know those that have been trading, they've seen the price of Bitcoin retrace instantly with news with the war. But it's kind of weird because the price was instantly pulling back as soon as stuff was hitting Twitter. Like I doubt a trader was watching Twitter and just started selling Bitcoin while watching Twitter. So I think it was part of some sort of, I don't know, group or whatever selling Bitcoin or whatever, but I don't know. But anyway, any pullbacks during this time is most welcome. Pullback should be welcome with more buying. Okay. As I explained before, the outflow is minimum, and the inflow is coming in crazy high. So any pullbacks are welcome. Make sure you buy. If the question comes up in your mind, like, or you see a price dip or whatever, oh, should I buy that? That's probably your intuition telling you, yeah, you should probably buy. Okay. But like I said, I'm not selling anything until Bitcoin starts to surpass 90,000. And that's my exit plan. And that's when I start to pull out of the markets so I can make my coin. Right. So my goal is to accumulate Bitcoin on the side and then use my other altcoins to triple, 5x, 10x my USD. Okay, so I can accumulate more USD and I can accumulate more Bitcoin because I know Bitcoin is going to be worth over 250,000 per coin eventually. Okay. Now you said which altcoin you said you want to look at?
Yeah, like let's say we got some money to put in right now for the Halving. Like, what do you think would be a like maybe 3 coins that we could maximize gains on?
All right. So I really like the AI pipe that's going on with the stock market, and that's going to go over into the crypto market as well. So I have my eyes on Fetch coin here. It's an AI coin. Now I have this coin. It's actually in, as you can see, the order block, 12-hour order block is actually in the prime position right now for you to buy with low with a minimum downside, which would be $1.60 would be the exit. But I believe it holds here. And I expect minimum for this coin to surpass $7 at least here. And then eventually go up to $10, $20 per coin. So Fetch is a good one. For those that were not here, we are also in Alphium coin. Let's see. Coin.
Yeah, and we're still in profit on it from when we bought it.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure we got it under $2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this was the GPS. The average entry. Well, my average entry was the $1.87, and then the GPS entry was $2.17, as I have it marked up here.
Mhm.
So we're up, about 33% currently, which is great. Okay. Because we bought back here. Back here in February. All right. Like I said before, we've got this coin going to at least $50 per coin. And then eventually up to 100. All right. And let's take a look at our good friend Jasmine. Okay. All right, surpass our dip rate. Now, if you remember this coin, we were buying Jasmine, not up here, but down here. Anybody remember this?
Absolutely.
We were buying Jasmine down here. I believe it was 0.006 was the average purchase, or 0.005, can't remember. But we were buying Jasmine down here. Man, I wish I had the rest of my markups. Anyway, but I've got Jasmine coming to at least, let's see, surpass all this. I didn't mean to. I've already marked it up. We've got 10 cents, 12 cents, of course, 29. But eventually, at minimum, my minimum target for Jasmine is 33 cents. And this was my lotto play. When I say lotto play, I mean it was my sub penny pick of the whole market. And as you can see, we're already past. We're into the pennies. Even touched 2 cents, almost touched 3 cents. But eventually, in time, we're going to be substantially up. And like I said, this was my dip area that I marked up about a month or two ago, and we are at that dip area. So this would be a great opportunity to reaccumulate Jasmine. I believe this was the bottom. This SFP here, swing failure pattern. I believe this was the bottom here for Jasmine, and I expect us to continue up. Uh-oh.
How you
Okay.
feel about all that imbalance down there?
That's fine. That imbalance can be there. Doesn't mean it has to fill. Oops. It does not mean it has to fill now. It might fill after we go into a bear market.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Let me see. Any other notes that I have here? Oh yeah, and then people that were in gold for the last 5 years, they're nowhere close to the amount of profits that people that have been buying and holding Bitcoin are in, especially including inflation. Let me see what other notes I have here. Any other questions? Okay. All right. So basically, price action after the halving, following a Bitcoin halving events, the price has shown a pattern of initial volatility, followed by a pattern of steady price appreciation over the months and years that follow. And I believe we went over the chart that showed the 8,000% increase over the first halving 4 years, to 200 to 500 to currently 800% over the previous halving period. But yeah, so when the Bitcoin halving occurs, that is less Bitcoin distributed to the miners. That means there's less Bitcoin to purchase, which, of course, supply and demand is going to drive up the price of Bitcoin because of the increased scarcity. It's going to be harder and harder to get your hands on it. As time goes on, it's going to be extremely hard to get your hands on Bitcoin. So remember that. That's why I say accumulate your Bitcoin, keep it to the side, as well as have a stash where you can flip your USD.
What do you think of LCX?
Let's see quickly. Yeah, somebody else brought that up. Who brought that up earlier?
I brought it up in the chat like a while ago to ask her to buy it.
Yeah, this chart is almost similar to Jasmine. I like this. I like this one as well. Yep, bounced off the 200 here. Probably go retest this 50. So probably go back to 33 cents pretty soon. Yep, this is similar. Looks almost identical to Jasmine. I like it. It's a buy for me. All right.
10-4.
So, any other questions? If not, go ahead and sign off. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, tuned in. And I'm gonna leave you with some notes. Now, reminder: Bitcoin is the only asset out there where you can be your own bank. Even if you have real estate, the government can take your property at any time it pleases. And also with blockchain technologies, the significance of blockchain technology has significance with the real estate market. Prime example, if let's say a intruder comes into another country and they see a lot of resources in Panama, Peru, whatever, they can go up to those tribal people. They can go and corrupt the bank and say, hey, I've got, $100,000, sign this deed over into my corporation's name so I can get rid of these, Aborigines out of this area, and they have to respect it. Okay. And so what they do is they pay off the banks with their money, get the deeds in their name fraudulently, present it to their Aborigines or whoever, and say, hey, this land actually belongs to, Costco Corporation. Okay. And force them to move out. Now with blockchain, whenever you put a deed on the blockchain, it is now digitalized and imprinted into the blockchain history. And it's the hardest to crack, to hack, etc. And now you have a digital record book of all the property and its owner. And you can keep track of that, just like Facebook keeps track of Facebook profiles, etc. Now you have a track, something you can trace to say who this land is owned by. So that's going to change how real estate is done in the future. And people that actually own the land get to keep their land, so they don't have to worry about being pushed out by corruption, etc. So blockchain is very important. Bitcoin is very important. We're disturbing the current system, and we're about to see the largest transfer of wealth in human history. And hopefully everybody here could be part of that. and you know, make some money to help, you know, put your family and put yourself in a better financial situation, because freedom is the goal. All right. Anyway, that's all I got for today. We're probably gonna do like a post halving chat a little bit later. And we can tap in and catch up on that as well. So anybody else has any coins or anything they want to send me, take a look at, we could do that as well. But anyway, I appreciate your time, and I'm about to sign out.
Thanks, Charlton.
No problem. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.